the segment Gaming the White Man's System.
I'm in Walmart right now, y'all. I'll receive 2 of these cards.
Okay, these are Medicaid cards. Medicaid. I'm going to repeat that. Medicaid. So, you know about all these government welfare programs that we have to pay for that injure us, right? And we've talked about before how there are all of these different levels, and you can have numerous agencies, quasi-government agencies, and private agencies as well, who are all serving the exact same thing. Like each one will provide Twinkies. And you say, well, that's not necessarily the job of this particular agency. So why are they supplying Twinkies? Because it's anti-whiteism. It's another way to victimize the white race. These people who are living on these systems, they are the collateral beneficiaries. Make no mistake. We can almost say without hyperbole, it's a little hyperbolic, but we can almost say without it, that if there weren't collateral beneficiaries, if there weren't these beneficiaries to benefit from the victimization of the injury inflicted on the white race, if there weren't these people, anti-whites would just shovel whatever they could of ours into a furnace. They would just shovel it into oblivion in order to victimize us. That's what you have to understand if you're going to be white positive, if you're going to survive, if we're going to have a people, and we need a people to push back against our victimizers. So if you're going to have a people so that we can push back against our victimizers, not thinkers in a think tank where they come together. And some of them have accents like this. And they wear their glasses oh so affectedly. They must be smart. Who in their right mind would go out in public like looking like this? I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. So they must be very smart. Give them some money. We don't do that. Instead, we train white people. We train them to think with a proper lens about a victimization so that we can recapture our destiny. We were just talking about this on Sunday, and look what pops up. This lovely creature, and I can tell you, look at her eyelashes. Does she look totally destitute to you? She doesn't look destitute to me. Those eyelashes are probably not cheap. But let's see what this guy has to say. He says this is not being purchased with EBT. Food stamps. Woman shows all the items she gets free from Walmart. Paid for with her Medicaid card. Did you know that? You're thinking doctor visit. This woman with 7 children films all the way through the checkout. She was able to pay with Medicaid, and it worked, in quotes.
From Medicaid, and it told me that I can go buy some stuff out of Walmart with it. So let's see what we're finna get. So I just talked to one.
Okay, never ever say finnin to get. I mean, some people know how to go to like right to the button for Jason. Not finnin to get anything. White people, how much do you want to bet? White people will be imitating this. If you haven't already heard them, certain parts of the country, that ignorant ass slang is a little bit more common. But finnin to get, white people will imitate this because white people suck. That's where we are. Because we keep following the think tankers. So she's finning to get. Finning to get. What happens to a language when you don't obey the rules? Eventually, you don't have a language. Do you notice how certain groups of people, they keep reducing our language to fewer and fewer words, it's kind of like when we showed up in certain areas of the world and there was no written language, sort of like that. And then the dumb white people are like, let me imitate it. They're so cool. Yeah, this looks real cool to me. She's got her, with her forehead, she's got the aerodynamics of a Formula One. Brilliant.
Of the Walmart associates, and they told me that I can buy like hygiene stuff with it, healthy foods and things like that. So let's see what we're trying to get. First thing first, with cheese. I'm gonna get a pack of.
That's my actual toothpaste. That is the actual toothpaste that I use, that I have to pay for with the scant dollars that I have. This anti-white bitch is getting it free. And maybe a bunch of them for all the kids.
This for my kids. I'm gonna get a pack of this one.
Oh, Colgate for them.
I'm gonna get a pack of these. I'm gonna get one pack of these too. Pack of these. And y'all,
Pack of these.
I use all three of these for my kids. Right now, we only need this one though, so I'm gonna get this one. I do need a cucumber because I want a salad tonight. I'm gonna get a tomato. I'm getting this type of lettuce.
Oh, it looks like healthy stuff.
I don't never get the first one, y'all. I gotta grab from the bag. Now, y'all, I need
That's where they put the oldest ones.
to cash a few things on my week, so we're gonna pick up some things that I got left on my week. So we own a juice aisle, and I need to get some juice. Y'all, I'll be looking for this W.
She be looking for. I've heard white people talk like this. I'm gonna smack some people in the head. Another reason why here. Do you remember when this white boy summer garbage came out? And all of these little, like this Mexican decided they were gonna adopt it and then act like he started it. And then his whole follower fan base, they were like, he came up with white boy summer. Except he didn't. I opposed it immediately because I said, first of all, white boy is an anti-white slur. Gone. We don't use that garbage. Anti-white slur. No. Secondly, where did it actually come from? So I looked it up, and there's a video of this white rapper, and in the entire video, he's singing about it's white boy summer, and he's got Mexican girls, black girls hanging off, not just totally. He's a ghetto garbage, anti-white pig. And then you had all of the pro-whites using this white boy summer. It's white boy summer. Unbelievable.
So I get these for my kids. 1, 2. I get approved for 4.
I want you to think about when you are shopping and you're like, you look at the prices of all these things.
6.
They don't look at any prices.
64 ounce is 464 ounce. What flavors I'm gonna get? Okay, my turn. Like the fruit punch, so I'm gonna get 1.
You know, the only people in the world that don't look at the prices are the fauna like this anti-white garbage living on our welfare systems and millionaires. How would you like to live a life like that?
2. My kids do want to pick out a candy, y'all. But I told them we're going to wait till we finish this. Then I'm going to come back and do them getting candy. How was daycare, fam mama? Y'all look at her hair after
candy
daycare.
As well.
And she keep hitting me.
All right. Let's jump to the end where she says it worked.
We will. Okay, y'all, it worked. I'll be back with part 2 showing y'all what I let my kids pick out of the store for snacks.
Okay. Using Medicaid. Fascinating. Here is a different woman thing. Anti-white pig. This one also has 7 children with seven different baby daddies. Woman who's gone viral dancing because she gets so much money on EBT food stamps directly confirms everything. 7 kids, 7 fathers. It sounds like the start of a really bad book, doesn't it? She's pregnant with number 8, and it's also a different father. They're just like us. They are just like us. I mean, it's uncanny. It's like I'm looking in a mirror. It's like I'm totally looking in a mirror. She says, we're getting $3,000 in food stamps alone. She confirms she's committing fraud and has a plug who works at food stamps. So apparently this plug, another slang for somebody who is in the system and who helps other anti-whites outside the system to bilk that system, to cheat the system. Well, but wait a second. To cheat the system, who's getting cheated then? Your white ass. My white ass. When these people are talking about gaming or cheating the system, when these systems are created by anti-whites, modified by anti-whites, legally, interpreted any way they want to arrive at anti-white outcomes, modified over the years to be even more anti-white, the only thing that stays the same are the victimizers, anti-whites, and the victims, the white race. Even when, if we were ever to get to the point where we were only, let's say, 10% of the taxable livestock in any one of our countries, even if we got to that point, or we were paying no more than 10%, and the rest was being paid by the rest of the multiracial witches' cauldron that had displaced us, white erased us in our countries, it would still be victimizing us to cheat the system because we created it. And everything that's done thereafter that transforms it to our detriment is to victimize us. These white people are going to sit around and they're going to hem and haw over, well, is it really racial? Can you say it's white? They're done genetically. They're fucking done. And I will be happy. I'm happy they're done. Those are the worst white people I've ever met. Any white person saying, I'm not sure if it's racial. I just feel like that's the moment I need to be like Leonidas and just say, swift kick straight down what is that? Is it the Cave of Swallows in Mexico? Somebody tell me, what is that? Deepest vertical cave on earth. I want it to be like the Cave of Swallows. And I'm just going to be like, this is Sparta! And kick them right into it.
Okay, we listen and we don't judge. Yes, I have 7 kids.
And we don't judge. You can't judge me. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of Christians that are like, yeah, you can't judge her. Yes, I can. You know why? Because God judges the immortal soul. I judge the flesh. That's why.
And I am currently pregnant right now with my 8th child. 7 baby daddies and another one. I got 8 baby daddies. Yes, we're getting 3 canned food stamps. Yes, we are killing it, honey. We are killing it. No, I'm not ashamed. I've been a mom since age 14. I got pregnant at age 14.
Some people say that these folks here, entitled to everything, ashamed of nothing, offended by everything. This is the kind, I mean,
with my first child. I've been doing
and it's always with gravity. I love how dumb people say inconsequential things with solemnity. It's always grave, you know. It's like I had my first child when I was 14. It's like, why were you fucking when you were what kind of an animal? What was going on?
Just by myself and getting help from the government.
Oh, getting help from
Why not get
the
help
government. You and I, our white asses, we are the people getting robbed by the government.
for the government? I'm a single parent. I'm a single mother out here raising these kids by myself.
She's doing it all by herself, as we pay over $3,000 to her in food alone every month. Food alone. She's doing it all by herself. She's a strong black woman. I've heard black guys complain about black women. Wow. No wonder. No way. It wasn't Mean Joe Green. I used to think it was Mean Joe Green for the longest time. It wasn't. It was a different black defensive lineman, I think. And on television, they used to roll this clip at the beginning of every National Football League season. They would show this clip. Not anymore. The guy was talking about doing the swim technique, and he says, you hit the man upside of his head. You swim back, you hit him upside of the head. You hit the man right upside the head. Or woman. I was like, I get it. I get it. She's doing it all by herself.
So yes.
So she's run off. Or, I mean, did they just get together to copulate?
All of them on child support. So I'm getting all those child support checks. And I'm getting my 3K in food stamps. I have a food stamp plug that helps me. Yes.
You believe this arrogance? And it's only going to get worse. If you keep listening to the schmucks, and you keep listening to the cucks, this has been getting worse the entire time that you've been heeding them for generations. And here we are. They're going to be right in your face with they're going to be right in your face with that face. And they're going to say, what are you going to do about it? You can't judge me.
A food stamp plug that helps me get 3K a month. And he works in the office.
Okay. Trading sexual favors. How about this? Another way that the white race is harmed. This was a once beautiful public park in Oregon. And this is what anti-whiteism has done to it. We establish parks for the wildlife, for nature in general, the flora and the fauna, so they can be pristine, they can be beautiful. And then we cut little paths through there. We set up little areas where there can be education, little tiny amphitheaters that look like they grew up out of the forest, because that's white people things. And then we want to show up there on like the middle of the day on a Saturday so that some park ranger can tell us about the local wildlife. And then we can take a little walk down to the pristine creek where the water gallops over the stones, and the kids, and they all enjoy it. And you can point out the different butterflies and fish and things that you see. That's what we do. This is what anti-whiteism did to your beautiful park. How do we get here? You've been listening to the cucks and the schmucks, the anti-non-whites and the conservative abstractionists. That's how we got here. This is what your part. I mean, when are you going to say, I want to actually do something? When are you going to say, let's do what works? Let's do what's showing any success. Need another think tank? And then here are the white people, and they're looking on in horror at this. This is taking place in Oregon. We've seen these exact same videos in the Black Forest in Germany. We've seen them in the UK. We've seen them in places like Ireland that normally just glimmer with this emerald untouched hue, now full of refuse and Middle Eastern people. I'm sure they're wonderful. And African people, also probably wonderful, all just sitting and eating and frolicking and fornicating amid the filth. It fucking looks like this in the countries whence they came. But keep listening to the abstractionists. Keep listening to the anti-non-white people, because you haven't had enough of this yet. I mean, you want an environment where little Tommy can get stuck with a heroin needle. He should be worried about chiggers out in the woods, not it figures. And this really sets me off. This is a colossal Hispanic shamu, anti-white pig, who is gaming our systems for his benefit. Victimizing who? Victimizing us. You can count the ways in the live chat. Count the ways in the live chat of how we end up getting victimized by this.
This is how I fly at 500 pounds. It's crazy.
This is how I fly at 500 pounds. I heard that there were helicopter trips that such people could take.
Crazy. Let's check it out. I am where most fat people are afraid to go, the airport. Fat people hate the airport. Why? It's a lot of walking. It's very small seats. No one likes to go here. How are you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm a plus.
He's doing good. Good. Not well. What are you doing that's well, dipshit?
Size passenger. As a plus size passenger, I get an extra seat. That's why I love Southwest. It is the best.
A seat free.
I tried to buy a girl a flight. I was going to put on Southwest. She was like, I can't even get Delta. Shooting a video in the airport is so scary because your whole life you're told don't play in the airport.
So this guy is a content creator with a large audience, and he's sharing with that large audience how to rip us off.
It gets real, but we're still going to do it anyway. Awesome. Thank you. Can I get a wheelchair? All right, so I'm about to go.
Helio Abbott says, was that a hard R? On figures. Yes, it was.
Get a wheelchair, right? This is the secret to the airport, especially as a fat person. Most people are too embarrassed to get a wheelchair, but I take my shirt off.
So how might that hurt us? What if it's your elderly mother needs the wheelchair in the airport, but there aren't any available? I've seen white senior citizens who, because of the genetic inclination, are disinclined to take advantage of a system like that and see them shuffling through. What if your mother needs the wheelchair, but there isn't one because they're being used by anti-white pigs like this, anti-white losers like this, anti-white thieves like this? That's one of many ways that I'm sure if you're healthy and creative, you can figure out how we're being victimized.
On the internet, I have no shame. The wheelchair is the secret.
They have no shame.
Because one, you don't have to walk a whole bunch of miles. Two, you get to skip the lines, right?
Skip the lines. You and I, your mom, who's unwell and older, don't get to skip the line. But this guy is himself skipping the lines, not walking anywhere, being carried around on a fucking throne. There is no clearer evidence that we have enshrined these people, that we effectively worship them. So many white people. He is being carried around by a system that was created by us within systems that enabled the creation of that system and those systems created by us to serve those in need of our population. And since we are so magnanimous, we allow others to come in, even them if they are in need. This is what the in need looks like in the lands that this guy's family is from. It's, can you game the system? Well, if you can, then you get to ride around, not have to walk on their physical labor and skip the lines. What else did they get?
Skipping the lines is the key to the airport. 3, you get to board the flight first.
And you don't have to wait there while everybody is milling about and jockeying and shouldering each other out of the way. Which number group is next? Which number group? You just get to go. They wheel you on. They wheel you up to the door. This is so sickening. This is unbelievably sickening. Healthy white people should want some justice.
This is the secret weapon of the airport. Let's go watch. Always want to make friends with your wheelchair guy. What's your name, man? Anthony? Hi, I'm Will. What do I do with my bags? One of the things I love about the airport is it's the great equalizer, right? It doesn't
Equalized everything.
matter where you're from in the universe. When you come to the airport, everybody's the same. And then we see who the real winners are.
And then you see who the winners are. Well, we can see the system's rigged for you to benefit from my victimization.
So my boarding pass isn't scanning right now. This is why you have to get to the airport early, because they mess you up. We made it through.
How many hamburgers looked upon that face as their final moment in life? Probably like 17 that day.
TSA. Technically, we were not allowed to record TSA because of an event that happened 20 plus years ago. Not going to get into it, all right? But now we're on the other side. The hard part is over. Time to go to our gate. Let's do it. Take them to the moon.
I mean, isn't this akin to that illegal, what was it, last year, who was flashing all the money and he was telling people what they got to do to scam and rig the white man, to victimize the white man?
So here we are in front of the sea of people. But because we came in a wheelchair, we will be the first ones to board. It's about playing the system. That's us. The first one.
And it's like a big joke for them to rip you off.
On the plane. Here we go, guys, all right? We're almost there. Final destination. I'm going to
Hell.
do what all fat people are scared to do. I'm going to ask for the extra seatbelt. Boom.
Hey.
Can I get an extender?
Yeah.
Finally on our flight, in good position. Got both of our seats. Let's go to the moon.
The moon. I wish. That's what you get when you allow anti-whiteism, that victimization at every single level of our civilization. No longer, and hasn't been for a long time, ours.